Today I'm starting a YouTube channel. It has been a very long dream of mine, so what's a better time to start it than today? I'm a 27-year-old software engineer working for Amazon Web Services, AWS, living in Vancouver, Canada. I have moved here almost like a year and a half ago. I started posting on my socials and lots of people have been asking me recently, how did I manage to arrive here? How did I start working for my company? So I feel like YouTube is a better kind of format to answer these kind of questions, and let me take along with you today and answer these questions. I'm going out in a city for a bit, and first of all, it's a little bit chilly out here. So 1 second. It's August, but I pretty much need my full jacket already. This is what it looks like outdoors. It's not too bad, the weather is not too bad, but it's quite chilly. So do not forget the important detail before going out. This is my new daily and I'm pretty soaked every single time I apply it. Let's go. This is one of the docks near to where I live, and I'm heading towards over there. There is a sea bus station. I've been traveling and been away for a while, so I want to go to Granville Island, one of my favorite places in here, and you have to take a sea bus and the station is right there. To Granville Island? Yep. This is it. I arrived at the spot. This is it. This is the Granville Island market. There is like lots of small open shops and lots of things to try, but it's pretty crowded, not gonna lie. I always come here to try out something new, so let's go. This is what it looks like. This is one of my favorite clam chowders in the city. Oh, this is one of my favorite things. Camelos. Hello, can I have pistachio, please? And what else should I try? Maybe passion fruit? Yeah, okay, I'll go for passion fruit as well. Box is better. Waiting for my apple juice. Thank you. My apple juice, freshly squeezed. Okay, let's try this out. Pistachio, passion fruit. Let's start with pistachio. Wow. Freshly squeezed apple juice. Best combo. So more than 2 years ago, Amazon reached out to me to start the interview process And at the time I was traveling in Europe. I was staying in Madrid for a couple months just to travel and change my environment. And to be honest, at the time I was not even looking for a job. I was pretty comfortable at my own job at the time, and I was not trying to change anything about it. I was working remotely and I was traveling around, and it was kind of the best remote job you can have. This is the passion fruit one. Oh gosh, it's something else. And also I was not ready for the interview process because it's a really long and complicated process. It requires like a dedicated effort. There was one phone interview and 6 virtual on-site interviews, which are like each of them 1 hour, and asking you like all the technical and architectural questions about the software engineering. So I kind of delayed the entire process for a couple months because I was enjoying my time having fun in Madrid, and then I traveled to Italy for several weeks. And finally, when I got back to Georgia, I spent like 2 weeks intensive practicing specifically for the interview preparation, and then finally my interview started. Actually, first interview I was supposed to have was sometime when I was in Spain, and I was hungover coming from the club, and when I woke up the morning, I was like, I need to delay the interview, and I postponed it for like certain amount of time because I was not ready at all. So after all, I'm pretty happy how all the interviews went by. It was pretty successful. Just one of them was questionable, but afterwards they told me that all 6 of them were done like very well, and they accepted me and sent me an offer. And after sending me an offer, there was just one issue. They were trying to hire me in the US. My manager and the entire team is located in Seattle. They told me that they were not able to give me a US visa. I was kind of disappointed at the time because I accepted the offer, and now they're telling me that it's not going to happen. So as an alternative, the next day they arrived and they told me that instead they will send me to Canada, Vancouver, which is like 2 or 3 hours away from Seattle, and it's pretty much like the same time zone. So we will be working like closely together, but I would still go to Vancouver office and I would still be working from Canada. The issue with the US visa is that it is a pure lottery, and there is like 2 out of 10 probability that after 1 year they will give you the visa, and this is purely from the government itself. The company has nothing to do with it. So yeah, eventually I accepted this deal, and I decided that I will go to Canada instead of Seattle, and I will be living in Vancouver. And then we started the visa process for Canada, which I thought would take like several months, but eventually I started all of this sometime in August, and eventually I moved to Vancouver like March next year. So the entire visa process took me around like 7-8 months, and during this time I was just like waiting, trying to upload the documents that they were asking me to upload and gather all the documents from my previous companies. Those were the most frustrating. I had to reach out to each of my previous employee and gather some kind of like work authorization document, and I had to go to each of the past experiences and do this same process for all of those. But fortunately, the company was assisting me throughout the entire process, so it was not too complicated. I was just doing what I was asked, and then finally they gave me the visa. So there was another company pretty much that assisted me throughout my relocation process, like bought me the tickets, booked the temporary apartment in Vancouver. One thing to note though, it was a really big change for me because I've never been away from home more than a couple months, like 2 or 3 months. And I was moving to the other side of the world pretty much. the time zone difference is like 12 hours, and I didn't know anybody in Canada. We didn't have any friends or relatives that we knew, and I was just going to Vancouver by myself. However, this is also the good side of the story, because it gave me like the feeling of independence and responsibility that I have to take care of myself, and I'm starting a really big journey, and it is a really important change in my life. So either I will make it over there or I will not. So as a fact, I can safely say that I'm happy how everything turned out. I'm pretty happy with the job, with my team, with my manager, and that has been the most important thing to me. And I'm pretty happy with Vancouver, with the life over here, with the city, with the apartment that I live in, and with the friends that I made here, and all the experiences that I tried out. And everything is yet to start. I've been here like already year and a half, but everything is still up ahead. The most important thing that I loved about this change is that the job is really challenging, and that's what I'm looking forward to. My previous job was very chill, and I was pretty comfortable at it, and I was not growing, or I was not learning new things all the time. And over here, this has been a drastic change. I'm learning a lot. I'm meeting lots of new people. The company size is so large, and there are so many challenges, and there are so many things going on at the same time. Forces me to grow and forces me to become better at what I do and learn lots of new things, get to know lots of new people. And I have already delivered multiple successful projects to the production, and we already have good customer feedback, positive customer feedback on all these projects. So yeah, this is just a quick summary. I will try to explain further. If you will have any questions, let me know, and I will go in more details later. I'll go back to exploring this place to enjoy a bit more, and I'll try to post once a week over here, and we'll see how it goes. Have a good one.